Something needs to change. Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to the office. Today we are back again on some more Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The last big update we got as of recording this video was the Season 3 Reloaded, and it was kind of cheeks. We got the High Art and the Blaze of Glory events that are based around Seth Rogen and Weed. This update was clearly supposed to drop prior to 420, but since the big Season 3 update got delayed a couple weeks, they ended up dropping this like mid-May. I don't really mind seeing the Weed stuff in Call of Duty, but a lot of people are tired of seeing it shoved down their throats. Like, it was cool when they did a Weed skin every once in a while, but it seems like they're trying too hard nowadays. It reminds me of that uncle at Thanksgiving that's trying to be cool, talking about all the marijuanas he smoked back in the day. People are also still upset that they dropped these new events with the premium track that you can pay for extra cosmetic stuff. I really don't mind it. I kind of just think of it as like an extra bundle you can buy, because I mean, if these items that were in these events were in a bundle, it'd probably be like $20 to $30, but since it's in the event track, it only costs like $10. I'm not trying to defend Activision for being the greedy company that they are, but they're also not forcing you to buy this cosmetic BS. There was also some data that came out recently talking about how Black Ops 6's player retention is not as good as previous years. Now, don't get me wrong, there are still millions of players that play Call of Duty every month, so they're doing just fine. I just don't think it's doing as good as Activision expected. Now, this data that I'm talking about was taken right before the big Season 3 update and the return of Verdansk, so a lot of things have changed since then. I mean, a lot of people have come back to at least check out the OG map. But I've been thinking about this for a while though, and I can't figure out the answer. Why did Black Ops 6's popularity fall off like a cliff? It was like the game was loved at launch and then now it's hated. Or a word that I would consider is even worse, mid. After doing some thinking and seeing other people's opinions, I think I have the answers. Now you can look at this from two different player perspectives. One, the dedicated Call of Duty players that buy the game each year no matter what. These are ranked players, streamers, content creators, and unemployed people. These guys easily put the most amount of hours into Call of Duty. Then you have the casual player. They might hop on for an hour or two after work a couple days a week. They don't put the most amount of hours in, but there are a lot more casual players. Now, Black Ops 6 had the largest release for any Call of Duty, and it set the record for the most day one players ever. And a lot of this has to do with Xbox's Game Pass, especially considering this is the first brand new Call of Duty to be on Game Pass. But also, Black Ops 6 was hyped up a lot. This was the first Black Ops game in 4 years. Treyarch had tons of time to cook. It also introduced the new Omni movement system. It brought back the OG Prestige system. It brought back round-based zombies. There was tons of hype surrounding this game, and deservingly so. But I mean, the hype didn't last very long. I think most people left around the December holidays or as early as Season 1 in November. While I would like to blame the post-launch content for being too stale, I think the problem lies a bit deeper than that. I think everyone recognized the problems with this game early on. The multiplayer maps sucked. The new Warzone Area 99 map wasn't popular either. There was game-breaking bugs and connection issues that seemed to take forever to get fixed, and there's a lot of them still aren't fixed. And the reason why I think a lot of veteran players left early on was due to the rank system launching in a horrible state. It was essentially unplayable. The amount of cheaters was indescribable. First, you had to fight blatant hackers, which is already impossible as of itself. But even if you did beat the hackers, they would crash the lobby and make you lose your SR in progress anyways. Hackers were literally using the ice staff and ray gun to obliterate people in rank. From all these issues stacking up, a lot of once dedicated Call of Duty players started leaving the game. A ton of big streamers and content creators pledged not to return to the game until the cheating situation was under control. At the same time that was happening, a little game called Marvel Rivals came out, and I don't think anyone expected the Overwatch clone to become as popular as it did, and it's still really popular to this day. I don't follow Fortnite much, but they were also making moves around the same time. They came out with that new first-person mode that was like search and destroy, and then I think they also brought back the OG map permanently. And this stuff didn't just take away a lot of the veteran players, it took away a lot of the casuals too. I'm sure a lot of people that have Xbox's Game Pass just checked out Black Ops 6 for like the first month and then moved on to the next game. I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. You guys want some? You guys want some? Get some! Get some! Got a guy behind me and a guy in front of me. There's a guy behind me. There's a guy in front of me. I'm out of ammo! The worst thing about a death machine is running out of ammo. One thing that has been pushing away a lot of veteran players has been this strict skill-based matchmaking system. A lot of us have been putting up with this for the past few years, but I think now we've had enough. I'm tired of every single game being a sweat fest when I'm just trying to chill. It keeps getting worse each year, and I think Black Ops 6 has pushed us over the edge. Something that I think everybody hates is this chat ban system and how strict it is. Like, it's supposed to prevent people from saying vulgar and racist things in chat, but I mean, it's banning people for some light curse words, and people have been banned for being on mute. which makes no sense at all. I don't think a system like this needs to be in any mature rated video game. Like, I'm playing a game that's made for adults. I'm using a machine gun to try to murder other people, but people are getting banned for some playground recess smack talk. It just doesn't make any sense. I used to really like the wacky cosmetics in Call of Duty, but now I think they're getting a bit out of control. Modern Warfare 2019 was loved for the realism it offered, and I think we should just stick with that kind of aesthetic. Seeing all these crazy operators running around just takes me out of the game, and it doesn't even look like Call of Duty anymore. Now, I know when Verdansk came back, it brought a lot of people back to the game, but I'm wondering how many people are actually going to stick around. I personally don't really care about Warzone anymore. I tried playing Verdansk for like a week straight when it came out, and I just got so burnt out from it. I most certainly have a skill issue with Warzone, but people just put like rats on the big map of Warzone. I mean, Verdansk was never my cup of tea, even when it came out originally. I've always stuck to my good old-fashioned multiplayer and occasional zombies. But I mean, if my friends invite me to play Warzone, I'll join a squad, but I'm just not playing solo anymore. Personally, aside from the problems with Black Ops 6, the core of Call of Duty has just felt stale to me. And adding these OG maps to Warzone and multiplayer just ain't hitting like it used to. I've genuinely enjoyed playing up until this point, and the content has been an adequate amount, but it isn't that exciting. We've been doing this repetitive cycle of seasonal content for the past few years, and it's getting less special every time. And my whole team backed out. All right, sorry buddy, I'm gonna leave too. Back in 2019, when free DLC was introduced, it was fun. Like, it didn't have to pay any money. I would get free maps, free guns, and I got a whole new free battle royale mode. It was a sick concept, but after what we've experienced for the past 6 years, we know what to expect each time, and it's getting less special. Sure, bringing back Rebirth Island and Verdansk gets a lot of players hype, but it's really not enough for the people that don't play Warzone consistently. Modern Warfare 3 really did spoil us with the post-launch content last year. Almost every DLC map was a brand new experience, and most of them were bangers. We had weekly aftermarket parts that you would unlock with simple challenges, and every one of them was like essentially a whole new weapon. There was a ton of DLC camos they dropped that were a lot of times better than the mastery camos. This year with Black Ops 6, all the cosmetic content is generated by sloppy AI, but what's crazy is I still think that Black Ops 6 is fundamentally good. I mean, there's still problems with skill-based matchmaking, the amount of cheaters, the bugs that seem to take forever to get fixed, but in general, I think BO6 is a good Call of Duty. Multiplayer feels good, zombies feels good, and Warzone has a ton of popularity back. I'm just getting bored of the game, and I'm definitely not the only one. And this is coming from somebody that played Vanguard for the entire year. Maybe I'm just finally getting that Call of Duty fatigue after playing it for the past 16 years. I'm always gonna play Call of Duty. I mean, I've been playing it for most of my life at this point. I'm just not gonna play it for weeks at a time anymore. I'm hoping that future updates will pique my interest, but we'll have to just wait and see. Season 4 will be the first summer update for Black Ops 6, and I really miss the OG Days of Summer events from the older Call of Duties. Right now, I've been exploring other games, but I want to find something else that's gonna give me hook besides Call of Duty. I'll still make some content on Call of Duty, especially revisiting the older CODs, which are so much fun. But I want to try to make videos on other games as well. Like a lot of people, I was hoping GTA 6 was going to come out later this year, but it looks like it's getting delayed till May 2026, so hopefully we can make it till then. Who knows, maybe after a month of playing other games, it'll give me the urge to hop back on COD. I am a hypocrite after all, but I think something needs to change fundamentally for a lot of us to be excited about Call of Duty again. We're probably just gonna have to wait and see with Black Ops 7. But I want to thank D. Hurstville for being my only current channel member. Thank you so much. And remember, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. Have a wonderful night.